We are recording. I want to introduce you to Adam here, a fellow traveler in the interesting carnival of manifestations of God and consciousness. Yeah. So, Adam, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, welcome. Thanks for allowing me here.
Damn straight.
It's my honor, as always. Very joyful and bringing back laughter today. I'm happy for that. The name my mom gave me is Adam. I've adopted the name Arjun and have been traveling as a sadhu and a monk to a big Sangha family throughout the U.S. This is one of my dear stops on the way.
He's into abuse, but you know.
So we find ourselves here now.
As usual. Well, it's so good to see you. We've the last time you were here was Kier still alive?
And he had just passed.
He just passed, right? So, but Kier is also very fond of Adam, and he's you're making a go of it. You really are. You see, that's how it is. You can do anything you want in this life. You just got to figure out a way to make it work, and be creative. He's doing it. I mean, and really, you're doing it. You're finding the ways. You're finding the little that works. Anyway, I appreciate that. I appreciate the creativity. I appreciate the color too. I mean, we're the blues and the oranges here. Now that changed sometimes colors.
Yeah, I got the red this time.
Okay, what are the colors? You wear almost any colors, don't you? Really?
Sure. I'm kind of falling more devotee to Shakti Ma with the red.
So how do you relate to Shakti Ma? Do you dance with her?
Sure.
Well, yeah. What else can you do with it, right?
It's a surrender. It's a complete surrender that we learn to dive into more and more, especially when we're around other people that you can see those joyful.
That can actually see what you're talking about and understand. Like, well, yeah. What else?
They say it's the company of who you keep is a big part of it. That's a big part of my first yogic foundation in Kriya Yoga.
And that's the other thing I'd like to encourage anyone that enjoys or is watching this or has any kind of morbid curiosity of what the hell's going on. It's join together, again, ashrams, support groups, help the young people get established, I mean, do something, don't you think? We have to create a form that we can have countless atoms and countless of Sigmunders or whatever else is going to populate, but in a nice way. I don't mean to scare you with that. It scares me, but
It needs to spread like wildfire. The world's
nice
craving
wildfire.
it. It's desiring it, and it's beautiful. It eradicates all that useless garbage that's always clogging up your mind. The anxieties, the fears, the frustrations. There's a relief from all that.
Yeah, stress, that's pretty cool, right? To be without stress, to be without worrying about any of this, to be free within your own consciousness, to then examine. This is what I always remind myself, Adam, is that self-examination is all that's ever going on here. How deep can you go into yourself to look at yourself? And the only way you can look at yourself is through the conditioned mind that you're providing the framework to observe yourself from. I mean, it's that kind of a real enigma here we're dealing with in consciousness. Somewhere you've got to establish, somewhere you and I establish a reality that works, that stabilizes.
Including that helps, at least if not all the time, but permanent, at least the majority, some of the biggest troubles that we have in our life with our mind, they can be resolved in a peaceful, calm, sitting, meditative manner. And it brings you back to what they call a natural state. And by surrounding yourself with the influence, it only hurries up your own journey with that inside. So yeah, that's why the world does need ashrams and temples and churches, holy places.
And it's okay to have a pilgrimage to different ones and check out how they're doing it, and to get some tips, and it's okay. And then visit and share, learning, and say, well, you know, I see what you're doing, and wow, and I added this to it, it's this particular lock with this kriya to it, and it really enhanced it, and they could look at you like you're totally crazy, or thanks, that's kind of interesting. But it's a sharing of applied energetics, communications that are, don't you think that? It's just, that's how it is.
We're all taking bits and pieces from every part of the world and every influence and every teacher we get, and there's some things, some teachers we don't need, and some things from some teachers, few words or some kind of discipline or something that really connects with our heart. And that's what we are. We are a rainbow of a mixture of all of our influences.
And what else could we be? We're going to stop this one right now, and we're going to get to some more. So I'm just going to publish this one. So thank you. If you like that, waheguru, you know where we live.